they find him, he's a really easy kill because they can do SB charge into Sven, Lena stun. Yeah. So there just has to be 2 heroes within chain stun range at all times.
Talking about, so kill potential a little bit more limited. Ooh. And up top, Bone 7. Could this be the first
he mangoes for it.
He mangoes indeed. He gets that storm hammer off, and now Bone 7 trying to eat his way through the trees. One more auto attack will do it, and Fly secures the first blood. Ziz not going to be able to make it out though. It's a 1-for-1, and Bone will get a kill from the grave.
I mean, he does get the first blood, so it's a gold advantage, but if he doesn't fly out there, and he actually can't, he didn't get boots out of it, then it's not maybe the best. Moon. That looks like a dead Moon.
He's some trouble here. He does have a surge, but
there's so many heroes.
He's definitely going down. Trying to do a little damage to Misery he can before falling. That'll make it 2-1 here as Cloud9 pulls into the lead with heroes. We talked about last game. He got a lot of momentum, and I think he'll be happy to transition into a core if possible, based off this.
Send his regen to heal. I thought it would be better just to spend your money and end up killing yourself.
Lots of pings up top. Bone 7 will be initiated on again. Can Fly get it?
Good
nope.
Dodge.
Sidestep by Bone. He will.
Fly actually in trouble now.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. Oh, the decrep. A lot of damage.
He's got a salve though.
Not going to be able to finish him off.
Okay, a little scary there from Fly, but it worked out. Moon, oh, that looks like a Misery kill to me.
Yep, absolutely. He'll try to deny into Roche. Can they find the proper timing here? He'll try to clip Z-Freak. Nope, doesn't even go for it. Gets a bash for good measure to make sure Roche is not up to any kind of trickery. Now back to the top lane is Bone 7 in some trouble in the trees. Hits a Nether Blast on 2. Him and Ziz just running into each other as he's decrept, and now Bone will be sent back to the well. Not much he could do once locked in the trees there. A lot of action already in this game. Purge 4 to be 1 lane setup. Oh, down bottom, Moon in some trouble once more. Rocket Barrage doing some pretty decent damage.
Too.
Yeah, charge onto Misery. Moon. Oh, he's tanking a lot here. Creeps trying to absorb some of the damage, but he'll fall before the Spirit Breaker can even get here. Will Z-Freak go for it? Nope, can't.
He is just
damage taken.
The damage.
Looks like mid lane is just an even farm fest here. Both Puck and Shadow Fiend very comparable on that CS chart. Whoa, Fly. He gets the snipe onto Bone 7.
He's going to play well, but sometimes you get behind. And you get tilted, and you think that the only thing you can do is try to do greedy farming. And I've heard Envy say that, well, just do some greedy farming where you know you're going to die. Gank on Moon here.
Moon, smart idea to run across the other way. He'll try to juke him out. Call down will fall just a little bit short. As will the orb of an illusory orb, but yeah, telekinesis catches him. Nowhere to go. He had some stick charges, won't even try to burn those. They'll instead use this time to pressure the tier 1 tower mid. Double damage up on Swindle, making this a pretty easy tower siege. Even Ziz on his way over. He's popped the war crying out. God Strength coming up in about 10 seconds.
Really their only carry potential, so if they know where he's probably farming, or at least they guarantee that they have control over his jungle, then it becomes a bit easier to get those kills.
Misery getting dove here. Laguna Blade to the face. Not enough to finish him off. Fly gets taken out as he's the victim of a Dream Coil. Not enough damage for the kill, as there is no Laguna Blade, still on cooldown for another 5 seconds or so. Meanwhile, in the Radiant jungle, Bone 7 walks into the danger zone, gets the Nether Ward down, but it doesn't matter. It'll just be extra gold going the way of complexity as they get a freebie on the Pugna.
A little bit low, and it's not quite as easy as it was in the previous game because his attack speed's slower, all that stuff. Misery's going to die for sure, though. Yep. Good attempt on him, but
not living through that one.
Complexity gets a kill, and they're trying to take another tower to destroy the farm position of C9.
Yeah, now we talked about ways of dealing with, oh, we'll hold that thought here as Eternal Envy gets initiated on by Ziz. He might be in a little deep here. Dream Coil gets whiffed by Fata, but they will just let Ziz go down. The rest of Complexity on the back foot is now Bone 7's here doing a lot of damage to Z-Freak. Will get stunned up by Fly. Spirit Breaker charge going the other way to make the escape. Big Daddy walking over a Sentry War, but they won't have any way to punish it. Meanwhile, on the backside, Fly gets left behind, turning into a disaster for Cloud9. Z-Freak trying to get aggressive. He will dust, but ends up falling as well. It's a 3-for-0 with Swindle now on the run. Moonmander nowhere to be found, just split pushing in the bottom lane as Swindle will eat his stick charges and live.
But really doesn't have enough damage here. They're going to find Eternal Envy. They'll need the Storm Hammer. There's the first one and the stun follow-up, and that is a dead hero. Yeah. Shadow Fiend shifts over, but I don't think he was going to get that kill regardless. So
have a skirmish over the rune, and again Swindle secures it. Fata in kind of an awkward position, but he will live. Meanwhile, on the other side, Z-Freak left behind in the jungle and just obliterated.
20 seconds, and they use their smoke. They wait for the C9 to break, and then they go for the initiation. There's the war cry. The charge as well. This should be Bone 7 dying no matter what. Very, very easy kill. And this could lead to them taking a tower. 42 seconds left for Pugna. He's very high leveled.
Just 2 out for now, but here we go.
He's going to lead for the ult. Doesn't get it.
Oh, God Strength hasn't been used yet. That's just a war cry. Glyph already comes out on the tier 2 tower. C9
almost dead. They're collapsing in though. This looks good.
Envy.
Oh, what the invitation?
He
got
catches 4 on a coil. The call down is going to connect on 4 as well. Mech from Complexity, but it's not enough. Cloud9 finally finding the fight they've been looking for. Laguna Blade not going to be enough for the kill either. It's a full 5-0 exchange. Cloud9 securing an ultra kill on Bone 7.
They didn't even have vacuum, and they were all vacuumed together. That was the most close. They defended against some of the ganks. They were able to slow down the tower pushes. They just didn't let Complexity take all the towers for free. And now they're in a good spot. Pulling ZZ back. There's the ult as well. He's getting kind of low. Doesn't have Warcry just up. He's almost going to break the tether. He does break it. Called on lands on him. He's going to die. Oh, the mech's going to save him just barely, but they're losing 2 other heroes, and he's still going to fall. 3 dead heroes now for Complexity. And C9 pushing their advantage. They've got the BKBs. They've got the core items. They've got the initiating heroes. And Complexity is not looking nearly as strong in the team fight. So
the Rubik here, Misery able to secure his Blink Dagger. Always a scary item in the hands of the Grand Magus as Misery blinks down and actually breaks the smoke for Complexity. It'll probably cost him his life. There's nowhere for him to go. Gets off a telekinesis before he goes down. But all things considered, if it's just a dead Rubik, and that could have been with that trade.
Here's the problem with the towers that Complexity aimed for. It doesn't cover them in the Roche pit. It makes Roche a little bit more likely and harder to defend. Really, Puck Warp is going to come through. Hit nails and swim among this call line. It might catch everybody. Does fly slow the ward from the high ground. How do you stop the damage? But they're actually doing it. They just killed 3 heroes and nobody went down there. I can't believe it.
It was a great setup from Cloud9, but I don't know what happened. Envy didn't get to use his BKB and he just got evaporated.
Jeez, that's
what happened, I guess.
Yes, that's very clear. He must have gotten storm hammered into.
So Lina, for example, can completely cripple her.
Charge coming mid. Will he BKB?
He doesn't have a haste.
Doesn't, but he's far away. Oh, will they get the chains on? They do. I feel like he's going to go down.
Oh, it's not enough.
He had to BKB there. Again, not BKBing. I guess he just didn't think the rest of the heroes.
That's why he would have thought Envy. There was a haste on the gyro, so I think that's why he thought he could get away and just wasn't quite ready for all that burst damage.
Bash on Misery now.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That'll be an easy kill. They're one in the bottom lane, so they'll push this out and just continue taking these outer towers. S and Y on the Shadow Fiend now, and I think BKB is about out for the Spaniard.
Oh, they're trying for it.
Here we go. Ziz needs to be careful. In comes Z-Freak, though. They've got the dust now. It's Big Daddy who's on the run. A bash onto Fata. That'll secure the kill on that side. Big Daddy juking and jiving in the trees, but it's not enough. Z-Freak finds him, smashes him with the lantern, and it's another duo of kills going the way of Team Complexity.
C9 really, really pretty right now.
Yeah.
It looks like only a moderate advantage. We might see the stun. Bone 7 gets caught.
He is in some trouble here. There is some support nearby, though. Fata's there. There will be a long-range charge from the Spirit Breaker. Yeah, BKB used. He still uses the Dream Coil. There's your Glimmer Cape. That'll give Ziz a little bit of time to go for the Nether Ward there, and no way Bone 7 can get out on the other side of it. Fata on the run. We'll have to orb forward, but Swindle, he's ready and waiting for it. Fata can't jaunt to the orb, and instead will try to juke back the other way. He's got a phase shift here, but now they'll move him into the tree line. There's the Yules.
Again, the charge.
Oh, my.
They know exactly where he is. Oh, now they don't.
Okay, Fata with the cheeky plays. He'll be able to make it home. Very nicely done. Some space created while the rest of his team pressures the side lanes.
I think a very small mistake there by Moon. I think if you damage the enemy carry, you've got a problem. So when you're playing carry, you often have to look at your opponent's items and say, okay, he's about to get this. I need this to counter him. Yules to break the track there.
Yep. Now we see a charge onto Fata. Ziz on the side, stuns up Misery.
Oh, they're running.
Freak in potentially some trouble here. Dream Coil is still available. Trying to decide where to use it. Now Lina in some trouble.
Good Glimmer.
Glimmer, a cape as well. She makes it out. On the backside, Ziz pops the BKB. He goes charging in. Moon's here as well. Looking for a wall vacuum setup, but can't get the positioning. BKB to Envy, soon to expire. Nether Strike will knock him back. Call down will connect on most of the team, but it doesn't seem to matter. Vacuum into the wall.
Big
Replica. Huge Requiem. They will lose the Lina, but they get the gyrocopter they came for. Now Bone 7 on the run. He'll fall as well. Fata looking for some cleanup kills. Finally deploys the Dream Coil, but they save the mech this whole time. Misery in a lot of trouble. He'll die to the urn, it looks like, as Z-Freak tries to make it out. Maybe, just maybe, the Rubik can make it back to the well. No, he dies to the last tick before he gets the regen. Now Fata trying to orb away. He will jaunt to the high ground. He'll be the lone survivor, but Complexity completely taking this team fight. All of his teammates are down. If they can kill the Puck here, it will be a full team wipe Fata just trying to keep them distracted instead of going for the towers, but Moon, he knows better. He wants the objectives.
And Z-Freak played that fight so well. Like, it looked complete. 2,700 gold. You know, that could be a Force Staff, that could be a Glimmer Cape, that could be so many other items with gold to change. Charge on Fata here. Oh, he actually doesn't phase shift it, so he'll get the chainsaw. Yep. That's just a dead hero.
Oof.
It's a bit of a...
He didn't see it coming. You look at Dire Vision right now.
And then they still have to kind of sit in their base.
Yep.
Maybe they should go for like a 5-man smoke right now. Just grab the smoke, move out, go for kills while they...
Oh, they found Envy off to the side. He's in a lot of trouble here. He gets a call down. He does have the BKB available. Glimmer Cape just barely keeps him alive. Now Ziz and Z-Freak will be turned on. Moon Meander nearby, but can't do much to save his friends. Z-Freak charging across. Homing missile will chase him down, but he'll make as much space as possible before dying. The rest of his team pinging out that mid lane of Barracks, saying, let's go for this. They're all committed far out of the base. Yeah, Gem goes down. A lot of TPs home, and unfortunately for Complexity, they won't get much.
Good, but not amazing, and it's also very limited around his ultimate. His damage is poor when he doesn't have his ultimate up, so he needs to make up for that, and he needs to go for the big item. Might
find Big Daddy. They might get their gem back. He's carrying the gem. Sentry Ward out of range, but they've got another one. Down he goes.
So close.
Huge for Complexity. Is
willing to farm aggressively, but it's always in hidden areas. It's never in the mid lane, so Complexity are completely reading this action from Cloud9.
Oh, now Cloud9, they take the high ground. Ziz, good. He's going to walk right into it. He has the PKB, but can't even get it off. A nice quick pick on the Sven. Lena's not even here. It's Misery. He gets off Glimmer. He'll stay alive. Now Swindle. BKB Requiem connects only on Envy. Phase shift from Fata will keep him safe, and yeah, he'll get surged back. He'll be all right. Fata, he did have to burn his Dream Coil, but still Cloud9 want to continue fighting. Envy goes in, call down, connects on Moon Meander, but again the Glimmer Cape helps him reset, and he'll be just fine.
That was pretty good damage control for...
Same, he comes up with the Blink Dagger, forces Fata into a more defensive position, and now Z-Freak goes right on to Bone 7. Fata's nowhere to be found, and this should be a nice, easy solo pickoff here. He does have an Aghanim Scepter, so he can keep spamming out that life drain, but it's not going to be enough. BKB used by Ziz, and they'll just chop him to pieces.
Game, because it's such a low percentage of your heal, but it might be worth it, honestly, the next item. It adds a lot of value, and it's only about a 4,000 gold item for the upgrade.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of expensive, but...
Dealing with slots will be the next big issue here.
The charge is coming, they're split.
They're going for Eternal Envy. He's the charge target. They've got the gem as well. Oh, stun on 2. The cleave from Sven. The 2 from Cloud9 just... evaporate.
The Shadow Blade on Spirit Breaker, he's invisible as he's charging, so it's so hard to see coming. Stun lands, they get the chain stun, no BKB on Gyro.
Is this like GG though? Envy's down for over a minute. He has no buyback here, Purge.
It's certainly a Rax unless C9 pulls on something amazing right now, and they're just not 5-manning as much as Complexity is.
They glyph it straight away, and now the tier 3 tower will be exposed. Hex onto Swindle.
Did they Lotus Orb that, I think.
Yeah, you're right. Now Swindle initiated on. He'll pop his BKB. The Dream Coil has been used, but it's only on 1.
Oh, he broke his tether. He's stunned for 4.5 seconds. That gives them some advantage here. The ward's almost a great stun from Misery. Ziz is going to go down. The Nether Ward does end up falling, and they're trying to do their best to hold them back. Gyro's up in 34 seconds. No Tail goes down though. So 2 versus 1. Decent initiation as whole. Z-Freak goes in. Oh, great lift from Misery.
Beautifully done. They're still taking the barracks, so they've got another 20 seconds before Envy comes up. No buyback on Big Daddy. Now Misery just falls apart. The gem hits the dick. Buyback used by the Sven. Does he have BOT to get back into the fight? He does not. He's going to do it the old-fashioned way. Uphill both ways. Now the neck purchased by Moon. He actually is going to go for the Guardian Greaves that we were just talking about as they rotate mid to finish off the range barracks. That's now a 2-lane of barracks advantage for Complexity. And even though Cloud9 will...
A scary situation with Sven being dead. They still have 2 dead heroes, 1 dead hero. Bounty Hunter does not have buyback here. Rubik buying back. Are they going to initiate first?
He comes out the other side.
Oh, he just
gets destroyed. He still doesn't have a buyback. He's out of the game for a minute and a half, and now it seems to be all over for Cloud9. Wow. They call the GG, and Complexity take a 2-0 over C9 in a very impressive series. What a performance from this team.
This team is just so good. Like, every single one of their players knows their roles, and they're playing full teamwork. Every single time, they're always on the same page with some very, very rare exceptions. They're playing the map correctly. They understand Dota at the highest level. It's so clear to see, and their drafting is also top tier.